Welcome. My name is Professor Drew Blazik here at Adrian College. I want to give a quick introduction to this May course from microeconomics. I have a meeting that I set up at 2 p.m. tomorrow. If you can't make it, I just want to give this quick little video here. Um, so let me share and I'll go over some basic and the most important things I think to cover here. First thing I would do is read the syllabus. I don't have to pull it up to show you well, actually, I might pull a couple things. I gotta download it. Sorry, I didn't plan on doing it, but I should probably pull up a few things here. Okay, I just want to go over. First thing you want to do is you want to go to Econ Lowdown. That's through the Federal Reserve. It's free of charge. There's no charge there. It's not a access code that you have to pay for, but you do need this code here to get into the course. That's the website. So this is an image. I sent an email that would have the direct thing you can just click on, but you want to do econlowdown.org/student. Use that, and that will get us into the course. So that's number one. I'll go into the grades. We have one final exam. That's going to be the beginning of June when it's due. It's going to cover all the chapters, about 50 questions. You got Blackboard homework. That's 25% of your grade. That will cover multiple choice questions through the test bank. You have unlimited attempts. You can do that. It's going to be due every Wednesday. So each Wednesday, I expect you to do a module. I'll have all the four modules already open with all the chapters, but you have to go through the homework assignment. Next, you got the Econ Lowdown assignments. That's 30% of your grade. I will not incorporate that right away into Blackboard. I will have that on there. And then at the end of May, beginning of June, I will plug that into Blackboard. Just keep track of that. I'll show you a schedule to kind of make sure you keep track. And then you got something new, which I'm doing is lecture uploads. Every Wednesday, I will produce a lecture that there's an Excel file that you have to follow what I do. Very simple. You just hit equals in the cell and you could solve it. The questions will light up green if it's correct. Once you get everything correct on it, which I will solve a lot in the lecture, I'll leave a few questions for you to do. You upload it, that's gonna be 20% of your grade. And if it's all green, you get full credit. So that's what our assessment would be made of. So this is the estimate schedule here that we have. I have 4 weeks. It's a very short semester. I took out some chapters that normally I would cover. This is a very quick, which I do have 3 chapters. The first one's pretty simple, but 3 chapters in week 1, 2 in week 2, 2 in week 3, and then we got 2 in week 4. Actually, I might have 3. I don't remember if I took that out or not. I'll look at that just to be double check on that. But so that's the makeup of those chapters. Now I have a date there. Do not wait till the last minute. I'm not going to have a due date. You got 4 weeks to get this done. If you want to bust out the first couple weeks, go ahead. I'm going to have everything open. The only thing I have to mention is that these lecture uploads, I'm doing once a week, and it takes a lot of time to create these Excel sheets to make sure that the correct answer could light up, and I make it dynamic where I could change it anytime and it'll always autocorrect. So I already have week one out. Week 2, I won't have out. Maybe I'll work on it early this week, but more than likely, I want to get it done by the beginning of 5/14. So that Wednesday, I'll have that lecture ready because it does take some work, but I'm already working on chapter 4, but I'll have chapter 5 in there too, a couple of the questions, and hopefully that really helps you understand the material with those. So that's the only thing. You can work on these modules, but you have to wait for my lecture. When I upload it, I will email the class and say, hey, I got week 3's lecture ready to go, and you could work on it anytime. So that's important there. All right, let's go to the actual course to show you how it's set up. What you want to do is you want to go to weekly content modules. Okay, and this is my May course. So these you won't see. This is built on a 15-week course below that. So I kind of adjusted it. So you got week 1. I expect you to do 1, 2, and 3. And I do have 7. I thought I might have taken that off. Okay, I just want to make sure. So each week we'll have that. So for example, if you want to cover today or week one, you're going to select week one. And what you got now, you got chapter one, chapter two, chapter three. Okay. So if I go to chapter one, I have the introduction to it. I got the objectives of it. I got the key definitions of it. I got the PowerPoint of it. I got the assessment, what is due. Um, and below here, the only thing I'm going to take this out is make sure you keep track of the econ lowdown on that schedule. And I'll remind you each time, each week when it comes up. But I was having the link, but the link doesn't work really great. So I think you will not see this link. I think I'm going to block that from um, you seeing that. So make sure you know what is due that week off the syllabus schedule and make sure you go to the econ lowdown to get that. And then you got these chapter one homework assignments. Um, these are just multiple choice questions that go over the material. If you get stuck, you can look it up. Uh, I want you to use this to prepare for the exam. Okay, you have unlimited attempts to get these questions right. They're going to be very similar to the econ lowdown through the Federal Reserve that you can go through that as well. But these are homework questions that you want to go through. Now, my lecture uploads are built on some of these questions. I'll pull off some of those tables, some of those graphs, and then what I do with these lecture uploads, I answer all the questions pertaining to that one. A lot of times in these questions, I'll have a graph and we're asking, what is the absolute advantage, for example? Well, I'm going to ask the comparative advantage. I'm going to do the opportunity cost. I'm going to solve everything in it so you really truly understand it. Um, all right, let's go back to this. So you got chapter one, chapter two, chapter three, do the first week. And then this is, which I've already set up about 10 minutes ago, is chapter two and three Excel lecture upload. So what you have to do is you want to select the YouTube video, which I created. I go over all the questions. Here's the Excel file down there, which you're going to download. You're going to follow along with me. You're going to make sure if you do it correct, it's going to light up green, just like in my video. And once you're done, you want to save that file. And then right below here, you're going to select this and you're going to upload. You're going to upload that Excel file. I'm going to review it. And if it's green, exactly the color how I put in there, you got the right answer, you get full credit. So that's how it works. And then if I go, for example, this week, that was the mess up, was chapter 7 there. So I'm going to hide that. So this week, all we have is chapter 4 and chapter 5. Um, and as you can see, I do not have the lecture upload right now. And I will have that probably early this week, or I'll try to do it at least by next Wednesday. So I kind of want to show you how that works on that. So follow the syllabus with the schedule. So I will make sure, I think originally I had that chapter 7 in there. I want to move that out, put it into another section. And I believe I didn't do as many questions on it, but I want to make sure chapter 7 is very important, especially for those who are going to minor in econ. There you go. Any questions, please let me know. Thank you for taking this course. Hopefully it'll be very enjoyable. I'll make sure I do as many videos as I can. And if you need to meet for any reason, please let me know. I'm in my office down here a lot and we can meet. I could draw graphs. I could show you how to do things to really understand it. Last thing I'll say is the final exams, 50 questions, and I will do a one of these live lectures and I'll record it. And what I do is I go over all the 50 questions and I'll explain what they are. So you have a good idea. I won't read it word for word, but I'll tell you, okay, this is the question, so you don't have to think. Because the test bank questions in the homework are wide range of the whole entire chapter. I want to get more precise. I'll let you know exactly what kind of questions are in exam. So, hey, God bless. Thank you for listening to this introduction. I was going to do a lot shorter, but it took a little longer. But let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you soon.